Hi friends, I am here. I'm here. Hopefully some of you will be able to join me live. I know there are some of you who watch the recording as a playback. Thank you for doing that as well. I just wanted to come on for a little bit. I don't think I'll be here for very long today, but I did want to just come on. Hi, good morning, Rumi24. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just going to give it another minute or two, see if there are others who will join us live. Good morning. Thank you so much for coming. Let me know where you're joining from and what time it is where you are. I'm in New York City. We are on daylight saving time for another few weeks. And so it is 11:33 Eastern Standard Time here. And I just wanted to come on and say hello. It's been about 2 weeks since the last live, and I know we were planning to do them regularly. So thank you for those of you who sent me messages and asked me how things were going. Because you hadn't seen me for a while, I will try to share. Rumi24 is in Slovakia. It is 6:33 p.m., 17:33 in Slovakia. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate all the people who are able to come on and share some time with me. I have some bookish packages that came in the last couple of weeks, and I'm gonna open them and share them with you. Some of them are a little late, like see this box contains books that went on sale last Tuesday. And there's a package here. I'm not sure when this went on sale, if it's already out, but I will be sharing that with you. So if this is your first time joining me, welcome. If you were here for some of the lives before, you may know that I really started doing these lives as a way to reach out, to find connection, because I was going through a mental it wasn't terrible then. I was going through a difficult period because my mom was ill in hospital, and I couldn't do much. I couldn't do much from here. And so she's in another country, and I started the lives as a way to just kind of, I won't say distract myself, but as a way to focus on the other things. Okay, Rumi, you were here once before. Okay, so thank you so much for coming back. So we started doing the lives maybe about a month ago, and we'd come on for a time, sometime during the day, and we'd open bookish packages if we had some. We'd do some reading of the new books and, on the spot responses to the books that were coming in. So I wasn't really finishing a lot of things, but I was starting a lot of things and giving you first impression feedback on the books that I was reading. So we're doing some lives, some reading sprints, some book discussions, book comparisons, book recommendations, all of that. About 2.5 weeks ago, I got updated that my mom was not doing as well as we were hoping, that the progress that she had been making seemed to have paused and turned around. And so we rushed to Jamaica, hoping that when we got there, we would be able to see her and hopefully help her recover. Sadly, that did not work out that way, and my mom died. Um, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago today, I lost my mommy, and everything's different. Everything's different, and I'm not really at the place where I can talk about it without crying. I don't know if I'll ever get to that place, but it's certainly not today. Um, I I just I put a post up on Instagram because, you know, when you make connections with people, whether you've met them in person or you've shared space on the internet with them, you have a connection with them. They've spent time with you. They're invested in your story. And so I wanted to just let people know why I was away, or why things were different, or why there was silence. Um, it's also a way to update people who cared about who care about my family, cared about my mom, and may not have heard. So I I wrote wrote a couple of posts in the past couple of weeks, just sharing information so that if if you needed to know, like for the funeral services and so on, you'd see it there. We actually had her funeral last Sunday, and we returned to New York 2 days ago. We came back on Tuesday. Today's Thursday. Yeah, came back on Tuesday evening. So we're not moving on. There's no moving on. Like, this is a present. This is a present situation. I live in a different country from my mom, but we talked every day, and we would text throughout the day, and I shared everything with her. So everything's different. Everything feels different. But I know that I have other responsibilities other than just crying, other than just like losing myself in puddles of tears. I have other responsibilities. So that's why I am here. I'm here. Um, so sorry. Sorry if scratch that. I'm sorry that things are different, and they're so different. If you were expecting bubbly Karen, the Karen who sings and, you know, has the